Hello Eurovision friends, thank you for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories for another Eurovision song battle. Today it is Konstrakta with In Corpore Sano against Käärijä with Cha 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 Baby Lasagna with Rim Tim Tagi Dim and Kai with Bara Bada Bastu. Now, a few of you questioned why I put these four together. I think this makes an interesting battle. I like all four of them kind of equally. Different aspects I like more in one song than in the other, and that will make it interesting. You will hear me say, why am I doing this to myself a few times? And I also saw in the community tab of my channel, some of you commented that it was very hard to choose between these four, and that's the point. So here's how it works. Your votes from the community tab of my channel will be very important at the end of this video, because 5 points in the community poll will translate to 1 point in the song battle. So your votes can change everything at the end, kind of like the televote in Eurovision. And the beginning will be me acting as sort of the jury, looking at different aspects of the songs and performances, and I can give points. I can either give 2 points to one song or 1 point to 2 songs in each of the rounds. Let's get right to it and you will understand how it works. Round number 1, the staging. Again, why am I doing this to myself? All 4 of them were staged really well, I do think. So in general, it doesn't mean if a song doesn't get a point that it's bad in its category. It just means that something else was better. I think Käärijä had a great staging with the box and with the shadow and everything. So that was cool. Yeah, I'll give the first point to Käärijä. And then Konstrakta had a good staging with the choir around her and washing her hands, but it's not really a staging as such, I would say. Rim Tim Tagi Dim was staged well, but I think the second point goes to Bara Bada Bastu. The sauna, the logs, the trees, everything is just very cool and well done. So the second point goes to Bara Bada Bastu. Next, the performance. So how does the artist interact with the camera? Again, all 4 of them were amazing at this. That's why they did so well in Eurovision, obviously. I absolutely love the way Konstrakta performs her songs in general. Her facial expressions or lack of facial expressions are amazing. She still manages to create a connection. Käärijä obviously sold this song 100% and the joy of it as well and the hardcore aspect of it as well. Baby Lasagna, same thing kind of. And Kai, it's their personalities that make this song so fun and so interesting, especially Jakob, but all 3 of them have a really interesting, charisma and personality as well. So this is very hard, but I'll give 1 point to Konstrakta, definitely, because I love her. And this is my subjective opinion, by the way, this part of the battle. And the second one, I think, it's Kai, because their personalities really create something more, even though Baby Lasagna and Käärijä do the same thing. Yeah. This is not an easy battle. Let's go to round number 3 before I change my mind. Lyrics. Again, quite difficult. Konstrakta, the criticism of healthcare for artists. There's a bit of a corona criticism as well, and it's really smartly done in the lyrics. Cha 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 and Käärijä, the way the song evolves into something else, and the lyrics also change from him being like this cold, distant guy who then goes out to party, and with a bit of help, he breaks open the shell and becomes the persona he is in the second part of the song. That makes a lot of sense. Baby Lasagna, Rim Tim Tagi Dim is so interesting lyrically because it's about leaving your hometown, going somewhere else, and having one last party. It's kind of sad in some ways, these lyrics, but set to this music, it's really good, well done as well. And obviously the sauna song and everything that comes along with it, the fun Finnish phrases that a lot of Swedish people know, but also references to lots of different things. Why am I doing this to myself? I really love the lyrics of Dim Tim Tagi Dim because I can relate to them personally a little bit as well. So I'll give 1 point to Baby Lasagna. And then, even though I love Bara Bada Bastu, I've seen that Kai has so many other great songs that it fades kind of compared to some of their other songs. But yeah, the second point goes to Konstrakta because it's just so geniusly done with Latin and everything that she puts into the song. Cha 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 would have deserved a point, but I only have 2 points to give here as well. Round number 4, The Voice. This is the only one where I don't think any of them have a particularly incredible voice, but I do think that Kai managed to sing these harmonies really well. We see that Jakob is a great singer in Nessun Bremsa, or how you say it, their version of Nessun Dorma. So I'll give 1 point to Kai, taking the lead. And then the second one, Konstrakta is more speaking almost than singing, actually. And Käärijä, I love him, but the vocals could have been better, especially in the final. So I'll give the second one to Baby Lasagna, also because he improved so much during that season of Eurovision. So yeah, 1 point to Baby Lasagna. Now let's go to the song, and I've subdivided that into different categories. First, melody and hook. So for the melody, I think for the melody, they're all kind of equal, honestly. So I'll give the 2 points for the hooks because all of them, I mean, you can already sing it in your head, I think, just looking at the pictures. Biti Strava, Cha Cha Cha, Rim Tim Tagi Dim, and Bara Bada Bastu. So which one is the best? I don't really know. I think Cha 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 is an incredible hook, so I'll give that point to Käärijä. And then the second one, all of them deserve it once again, but I'll give the second one to Biti Strava because I have that in my head a lot, way too often actually. Now for the structure of the song. So is it a normal pop structure? Then I don't give a point usually, or is it special? All of them are not that standard, but I do think that Bara Bada Bastu is a bit standard in its structure. Rim Tim Tagi Dim kind of too. So I'll give 1 point to Cha 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 because of the change in the middle of the song, definitely. And then, yeah, in corpore sano is kind of has a verse, chorus structure as well. I don't know. I think I'll give it to Konstrakta in this case. Then originality. All 4 of them are incredibly original. That's why they did so well in Eurovision. That's why I like them so much. However, I do think Rim Tim Tagi Dim, yeah, all of them are original. Oh well. I'll definitely give 1 to Konstrakta because the song, the lyrics, everything together is just very fresh and very different from what we usually have. And then I'll give the second one, I think, to Käärijä. The tempo switch in the middle of the song, the lyrics that fit to it. The other 2 also deserves a point, but, you know, as I said, I only have 2 points to give. Then the goal. So a ballad, the goal is to evoke some emotion within the audience. I'm guessing a pop song wants you to dance. And so which song reaches its goal the best? I would say I'll give 1 point to Rim Tim Tagi Dim because it is a fun song that makes you want to dance and want to bang your head in a way. And then I'll give the other one to Käärijä. Same thing, kind of same reason as for Rim Tim Tagi Dim. The other 2 reach their goal obviously as well, but these 2 really do very well what they are trying to do. Then airplay, which song do I listen to the most? This is quite easy because I listen to in corpore sano quite a bit because it also helps me learn the language. And then I listen to one of these songs a lot in the gym. And unfortunately, that's not Rim Tim Tagi Dim. And Bara Bada Bastu is getting a lot of airplay at the moment, but I think in the long run it will be Cha-Cha-Cha, so I'll give the second point to Cha-Cha-Cha as well. So Konstrakta and Käärijä are tied for first place at the moment. So now let's look at your votes and how everything might change. As I said, 5% of your votes means 1 point in this song battle. So let's see how many of you did choose Konstrakta out of these 4. And Konstrakta got 16% of your vote, which translates to 3 more points in this song battle. So Konstrakta takes the lead with 9 points. 9 points. Now, how many of you chose Käärijä out of these 4? 35% of you chose Käärijä, which means he gets another 7 points from you guys, from the public. So he is now taking the lead with 13 points in this song battle. How many of you voted for Baby Lasagna? He got 25% of your votes, which means he gets 5 more points, now at 8 points, and Käärijä is still in the lead. Can Kai still catch up to him? If you're good at math, you know that that's not possible because Kai got 24% of your vote, which means another 5 points to Kai as well. And that also means we have a winner of this Eurovision Song Battle. It is Käärijä with 13 points. Ahead of Konstrakta in second place with 9 points, and closely followed by Baby Lasagna and Kai with 8 points each. This is what I expected, that this song battle would be quite close. Let me know in the comments how your song battle would have gone, who you voted for, who is your favorite out of these 4. And if you have more ideas for other song battles, let me know in the comments as well. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel, and then I might see you for my next video. See you then, and bye-bye.